A blonde girl named Colette Brunel gazes into the sky and wonders about the mysteries of her world, Silverand. She believes that she is here to protect her people, and then she meets her friend Lloyd Irving, who rushes to hug her. However, he falls upon her body after getting too excited, and then he has a laugh with Colette. It happens to be her birthday, and then she tells Lloyd that she is going on a mission to save the world that he so dearly cherishes. In the school of Acelia, Lloyd attends a class where Gina Sage narrates the story of the powerful goddess Martel and her chosen one who is to use the power of the world regeneration to replenish Silverand with mana. Lloyd slacks off and is hit with a chalk by his teacher Rain Sage, who is Jenny's sister. He is consoled by his friend, and then we see Colette with a group of mages. She is told that today is the day of salvation, so she offers her soul when a massive beam of light hits the sky to summon the angel Remiel. He claims to have been a chosen one and asks Colette if she is willing to take his place now. She readily agrees, so Remiel summons the Tower of Salvation and mentions that Colette must visit 5 temples and break all their seals to complete her transformation from human to angel. Rain notices the tower, so she decides to join Colette on her quest. But Lloyd doesn't wish to leave things as they are, so he runs towards the tower. Remiel tells Colette that she must begin her journey with the Seal of Fire and states that he will meet her once she breaks it. However, after he leaves, an army of Desian soldiers invade the castle and attack the mages with their arrows. Everyone is left for dead, except Colette, and then Lloyd arrives with the girls to help her out. He is at a disadvantage, but then Lord Kratos Orion arrives and defeats everyone with a single slash of his overpowered sword. That's when Lloyd activates his secret gem powers and defeats one of the remaining soldiers, much to everyone's surprise. At night, Rain says that she is going to leave with Colette, but Janice doesn't like the idea of being without her sister. Meanwhile, Kratos prays by a grave and Lloyd is beaten up by his dad for using his gem so openly. The reason he is so strict is because Lloyd has lost his mother Anna due to the same reason. Now Lloyd hangs out with Colette to ease his feelings, but she maintains that she will go on this journey alone. The angel girl writes an emotional letter and leaves with Rain and Kratos, while Lloyd laments being without his friend. At night, our hero grows restless and then Janice arrives with bad news. The Desians are back and they are looking for Lloyd's gem, so they threaten the local villagers. Lloyd and Janice fight the army, but then the commander reveals that the ones who had attacked Colette were not Desians. He openly challenges Lloyd to a solo encounter as he wants the X-Sphere on his hand, and totally dominates the battle. The villain demands to see the powers of Lloyd's gem, so he has no other choice but to unleash them. Even so, he is unable to win the fight. The elf villain decides it's time for a finisher move and unleashes an overpowered blast on our hero. However, Lloyd has a vision of his mother and is blessed with supreme magic. He uses this to attack his opponent and comes out on top. However, the entire village is devastated from the aftermath of the battle. The next day, Lloyd visits his mom's grave and decides to head off on his mission to protect Colette. His father figures he might as well support his son, so he equips Lloyd with some supplies and sends him off after an emotional farewell. Even Janice decides to join him as he has already packed everything for the trip. Colette seemingly feels Lloyd's energy as she continues her journey. As time passes by, the difficulties increase, and Colette's team comes across some depleted lands. This worries the angel girl, so she is even more motivated to save her world. However, Rain doesn't like the fact that a child needs to be sacrificed for the greater good. At night, Kratos senses someone approaching, and he prepares for battle, but it just turns out to be Lloyd and Janice. Colette happily runs to her lover boy and hugs him, but the elders worry that he will be a burden on them. Regardless, they carry on with their journey, and then the team reaches a stairway to a secret basement leading to the fire seal. They enter it and Rain is very impressed by the decor of the place, so she acts weird while cherishing the luxury around her. Lloyd continues to be a sweetheart for Colette as he holds her hand when she falls. Now the angel girl opens up a chamber, but the team is locked inside till they can break the seal of fire. Suddenly, an overpowered flame beast make an appearance, so the boys prepare for battle. However, Kratos asks Lloyd to be careful if he wants to live. They create a game plan and carry out an offensive strategy, but it doesn't seem to work. That's when Rain and Janice join in on the battle, and after a hectic sequence, the beast is defeated. Now that the seal is broken, Remiel makes his appearance and grants Colette her angel status. He gives the team their next location and vanishes, but Colette faints due to angel toxicosis. She is treated for her illness, while Kratos and Lloyd train in a fierce duel. The swordsman is clearly overpowered, so he asks Lloyd about his intentions. Our hero says that he wants to become stronger so that he can protect Colette, so Kratos believes that there is hope for him. At night, the swordsman senses something odd as Shina Fujibayashi spies on the team with her fox spirit. She thinks back to a chat with her sensei and breaks into Colette's room. She has an easy chance to kill the Chosen One, but isn't able to go through with it, just as her master had predicted. Now the team moves forward in a hectic sequence where they must overcome several obstacles. They finally make it to a ship, but Lloyd decides to train with Kratos over here as well. They attract a lot of attention, and then Colette spends some time with Lloyd at night. However, he worries for her safety as he knows she must be feeling scared. The team finally reaches the mausoleum, which houses the second seal. Here they take on a phoenix monster, which uses its speed to give them a tough fight. Luckily, they unite their strength and take it down, after which Remiel arrives to bless Colette once more. At night, the team is faced with yet another obstacle when an army of Desian elf warriors openly challenges them. Lloyd expresses his hatred for these beings, so he asks Rain for their motivation. However, her answers aren't enough for him to know peace, so he prepares for battle. Meanwhile, Colette considers using her powers, even though Kratos asks her not to push herself. She goes ahead anyway, and feathers start to fall from the sky. This influences the elf soldiers to stand down despite their best efforts. Lloyd worries for Colette, so he rushes to help her, but he is stopped by Kratos, who tells him he must endure the pain just like her. Colette suddenly faints from exhaustion, and that's when Sheena makes a surprise entrance. Meanwhile, the elf leader breaks free from the spell and leads his warriors inside so that they can catch Colette. Luckily, Sheena leads the team to safety by taking them through a safe passage underground. Lloyd thanks her for the help, but Sheena and her fox simply state that they are here to kill Colette. Lloyd is attacked and defeated with ease, but then Kratos comes to the rescue and fights Sheena. They engage in a fierce battle, but Kratos easily dominates and defeats the assassin. He is about to kill Sheena, but then Lloyd stops him as he believes that they still owe her for saving their lives. Kratos doesn't like the idea, but reluctantly agrees to let her go. The next day, Colette recovers from her toxicosis, and the team happily sets out for the next seal. The journey continues, and we see Lloyd struggling to stay awake at night while guarding the others. He notices that Colette has gone missing and starts to panic, but Kratos reassures him that she is where the wind is blowing. Lloyd immediately visits his friend so that he can help her with the angel toxicosis. He becomes emotional as he doesn't want Colette to suffer any pain, and this touches her heart, so she breaks into a song. Lloyd is impressed by her beautiful voice, and the couple enjoys their time together. But we learn that Colette doesn't wish to eat or drink anymore thanks to her angel transformation. This takes a toll on her health, and it makes Lloyd very upset. However, Colette is not even able to cry, so she apologizes for her insensitivity towards her friend. Now we are at the frontier village in Lewin, where the residents are under attack by Master Var and his Decian army. It is a brutal sight to witness, and then the elves are about to kill a little girl, but Sheena comes to the rescue and takes on the troops. She is not able to keep up with the Decians, but her heroes come to the scene and manage to help her out. Sheena faints from her injuries, so Rain treats her back to wellness. Now Lloyd and his friends decide to attack the enemy base to teach the elves a lesson, and it surprises Sheena. However, she still acts cold towards Lloyd, who tries to strike a friendship with her. At night, Kvar acts like a mad scientist as he tries to fix his field experiments, but then an alarm is sounded. This is the work of our heroes, and they put their plan in motion. Sheena uses her wind powers, and Lloyd activates his gem to dominate their opponents. However, Var seals everyone off from his location, so Lloyd quickly slides under the trapdoor. He follows the path in front of him, while Rain and the others free all the captive prisoners. Now Lloyd realizes that the villagers are being used to make fake X-Spheres, and then the evil commander shows himself. He states that he was the one who killed his mother, Anna, and this makes Lloyd go crazy, so he attacks the villain in a fit of rage. However, he is dominated, and then Var reveals that it was Lloyd's father who had killed Anna after she turned into a bloodthirsty monster. The demon commander makes fun of the Angelus project and is about to kill Lloyd, but luckily, Kratos and Sheena come to the rescue. Then, Kratos uses his sword to kill Var in an intense moment as he ridicules the evil commander. The villagers are safe now, but Lloyd is devastated to learn what happened to his mom. He wants to throw his gem away, but Kratos reminds him to focus on the mission and keeps the gem with himself for now. Our heroes make it to the final seal and defeat the monster, after which Remiel arrives. He states that the path to the Tower of Salvation has now been opened, so the team figures their plan moving forward. Colette tries to console Lloyd, but he learns that she has lost her voice now. It also breaks his heart when she apologizes for not being able to sing his favorite song. At night, Lloyd meets Kratos and takes his gem back now that he's realized the importance of his mission. He decides to train with the overpowered swordsman and keeps falling down but doesn't give up as he wishes to make life better for Colette. The angel girl thinks about the consequences of her actions and presents herself to Remiel. He asks her if she's ready to make the eternal sacrifice, and Colette agrees to it, which the angel starts by taking away her heart and memories. In an immediate flashback, Rain negotiates a deal to get a dragon so that she and the team can enter the Tower of Salvation. At night, everyone enjoys a meal, especially Lloyd, who teases Janice. It's almost time for the big day, and Lloyd asks Colette if she's happy with the way she has lived her life. She states that she has no regrets, and this makes Janice emotional. Lloyd takes Colette's incomplete pendant and promises to fix it for her. The angel girl finally thinks about how painful this journey has been for her, but decides it's too late to turn back now. She prepares to go ahead on the dragon with Kratos so that she doesn't have to bid an emotional farewell. As Colette enters the tower, Lloyd gets a signal on his gem and looks for her. That's when Rain reveals that the angel girl will fuse with Martel and become one with her, effectively dying in the process. Lloyd isn't able to accept this fact and decides that he will stop it from happening because Colette does not deserve such fate. That's when a renegade soldier named Yuan appears and reveals that he's not with the Desians. He shows off his army of dragons and asks the team to help him stop Colette's transformation. The transformation kicks off and Kratos fights off the dragons, but our heroes arrive to ask him for help. However, Yuan explains that Kratos is actually a member of the Cruces, who are evil angels that choose the vessels for regeneration. Kratos' tricks are finally exposed, so Lloyd confronts him, but it's of no use as the evil angel has no heart. Yuan launches an attack at him and engages in a fierce battle so that the others can save Colette. Our heroes meet the angel girl, but she only says goodbye to Lloyd before floating away. She seems to lose her memories, and Remiel attacks Lloyd as he wants Colette to become Martel's vessel. Our hero loses hope, but Rain and Janice refuse to give up. So he gets inspired to save Colette even though she doesn't seem to remember him. Yuan knocks down Kratos as Remiel dominates Lloyd, but then the lover boy awakens his true powers to defeat the angel in a single blow. He also protects Colette from the crashing rubble, and then he wakes up in Yuan's mansion. The rest of the team is also there, but Colette seems to be in self-defense mode. We learned that Yuan had killed Remiel, and then he explains that the angels were working with the Desians all along. However, Rain quickly points out that Yuan isn't their ally, as it was his team that had attacked Colette right at the start. Yuan agrees and expresses his intentions, stating that he is interested in Lloyd for a sinister plan. Our heroes worry about what's going to happen, but then Sheena sneaks inside and creates a distraction to save them. She states that there's a way to restore the Chosen One's humanity, after which she takes everyone to some Rayhard jets. Sheena states that these jets can take everyone to her world, Tethiala, where everyone is conducting research on the Chosen One. Lloyd believes in her, as she doesn't wish to kill Colette either. Now Sheena's sensei notices the team entering his world and states that the real game has just begun. However, Lloyd remains determined that he will save Colette from her destiny. And that's the end of Season 1. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to catch Season 2 as well. Hit the bell icon for regular notifications. See you in the next one.